Welcome, everybody. You can't even see the baby. This is too low. He's right here.
Should I put the tripod on my back? No, but then you're not gonna be able to.
I'm gonna be able to see. Yeah, I wanted to.
I
You
could
can barely see me. Yeah, I feel like it's like really low. Hey, Sharon. I mean, or really high or something. This is not a good angle at all.
Right.
And yeah, you can kind of see the baby. Here, hit the baby. Yeah, they won't see. Hey, Pina Colada. What's going on, Danielle? What's going on, Zen? We wanted to give everybody an update. We haven't been on since our on YouTube. Because if you wanna if you wanna know what's going on with us daily, you gotta follow us. Oh goodness. He's like, Dad. Yeah, I wanted to put this in just in case he might be. Yeah. If you guys wanna know what's going on with us daily, you gotta follow us on IG and Facebook, because that's where we mostly do our lives. And so we haven't did a live on YouTube since the last time we let you guys know we were homeless. So we wanted to give you an update, let you know what's been happening, what's been going on. So as of now, Rambo and I, we still and Zen, we still have not found a permanent place to stay. We're still staying in Airbnbs, but now we're staying in them longer than just a couple of. And yeah, now Zen is talking. Now, anytime that we talk, he wants to talk. I noticed that. What's going on, little buddy? Do you need to be fed?
I think he does.
Yeah, even though I've been feeding you all day.
Well,
I know.
part of breastfeeding.
I know. All right, y'all.
All day,
Hold on. Okay, here you go, little buddy. Here you go, little buddy. Yeah, that's what he needed. Yeah. So right now, Rambo and I, we're still staying in and out of Airbnbs, but now what we're doing, we are staying in them longer for just a couple of days. We're finding Airbnbs that will give us a great discount to stay for a whole week. So that's
it's
really
still expensive.
It's still cutting into our money, because we're saving to we were trying to save to get a car, or a van or a truck or just whatever. So it's been cutting at that, but that's where we've been staying. We have not slept outside in a tent on the beach or nothing like that. So it's just been working to where this is what we had to do, stay in Airbnbs. And I've met other couples and other people that had moved to the Big Island, and they said they had to do the same thing. Some people was living out of Airbnbs, with children and a family for up to 6 months. So it's just us two and a baby. So I couldn't imagine, how much that costs for them, because they would have needed enough space for 3 kids and 2 adults or whatever. So this is just something that sometimes it happens.
But also, a lot of people, I think those people might have been more prepared than we were as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of people that have come to the island, they've kind of been similar situations, but some of them had cars, some of them had money saved up, and we came with neither of that,
Yeah.
But
yeah, we're thankful, Danielle. She says she wishes she could give more. That's what's been really helping us sustain and keep us motivated, is that people have been really helping us. But a lot of things have occurred for Rambo and I, that instead of us just living off of donations, we was trying to be okay, what can we do as a service, that we can provide, for the exchange, instead of just being can we please have a donation? And so that's what has been created between me and Rambo. We have really tapped into our creative side, and we have went through a lot in the past 2 years. We've learned a lot and experienced a lot. It's a joke. And so now what we're doing, because we don't want to take the knowledge and the experience that we've gained for granted. Regardless of whatever anybody feels or have their opinion about our choices, we have learned a lot and we're able to experience things that most people will only imagine. So now Rambo and I, we want to, create something to where we can be of service and give back what we've received throughout the couple of years. So that's why I'm giving astrology. Hey, Tasha. That's the reason why I'm giving astrology classes. I'm just not doing chart readings. I'm teaching people astrology, because, we tell you to study your chart, but most of y'all don't even really know where to begin. So that's why I decided that, my service to give back, is to teach you astrology.
And I think that's really smart because anybody could just read you your chart. Anybody could interpret it with their mind.
Mm-hmm.
But like we were talking about, only you can really tap into your own mind enough to really know who you are and to discover that within yourself using your own mind.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can use somebody else's mind to try to tap into your mind, but at the end of the day, you still have to use your mind to analyze your own mind. And that's what she does. She allows you to, she teaches you what to look for and what things mean, what the planets mean, what the signs mean, that allows you to use your own mind to interpret what it is that you are, the behaviors and things that you have about yourself.
Yeah.
And I think that's way more important and a better approach at astrology than just reading people's charts.
Mm-hmm. And what Rambo is doing, and I'm so proud of him, he has created a graphic design business to where he, like you do logos, websites. He does help people with video editing. He has been doing so much more and been receiving a lot of clients, from just putting that energy out there. And so you want to tell them about that, Rambo?
Yeah, so I've been offering my services as far as graphic designs, logos. I've been doing like logos for companies, like startup companies and just businesses, small businesses. And, I've been enjoying helping people like that, And so if you have those services, something I can help you out with. I don't really like to do websites too much because I think that's a whole nother category within itself.
Mm-hmm.
So right now I'm mostly focusing on graphic design and video and audio production, just audio and visual, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So Kaizen Designs on Instagram. If you want to check out some of the designs, I haven't started posting, but on my Instagram I posted some of the designs that I've done and some of the graphics and logos that I've done. And so if you want to go look at my Instagram, Rambo_1, Rambo_1_ is my Instagram. And a couple posts ago, I made a post about designs. So if you want to look at the designs and my style design, you can check that out for yourself. And if that's something that you're interested in, just DM me.
Hold on, y'all.
Baby break.
Yeah, baby break. Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh. Oh, you are, Danielle?
That's a beautiful background.
Okay.
Yeah, let me walk with him.
Let's try the other one.
I don't think this battery pack wants to stay on.
Yeah. Because I will not be able to talk. Hey, Asha, baby. Until I get him situated. He comes first.
Yep. That's the way. That's the order.
Yeah, so Rambo and I, everything that we've been through. What'd you say?
No, there was a bird on the table.
Oh, everything that we've been through thus far has been. I don't even know why I think I'm gonna. Okay, thank you. Like, it gets to a point we just gotta get up and just walk with him, so I can talk while he gets him settled. Rambo and I have really, learned a lot since, leaving Mexico, and now we're in Hawaii, and we, experienced a lot of obstacles, but the thing that I learned is that no matter what you go through, no matter what you have, no matter, what life you're living, you're always going to deal with something. But the best thing that you can do is learn and be great at how you respond to what's happening to you. And yesterday I did a live where I said live like you already have everything that you want. you know, because Rambo and I, we could be sad, we could be, you know, at a low vibration, you know, because right now we're just living in different Airbnbs. We don't have a place to call our home, you know, we don't have a car, we don't have a lot of things, but you're never gonna get to the point in your life where you have everything that you want, because if you do, what's the point of living? It's always about growing and evolving. I think your phone's ringing. It's always about growing and evolving, you know, and becoming more so that you can receive more. And so that's the way we choose to look at it. It's that right now where we are is exactly where we want to be. So Rainbow and I make sure that we go outside, we experience nature, we experience the people, because how many of you wish that you could be in Hawaii? At one point, Rambo and I, we were in Mexico, and when we left, we didn't have anything. And then because we just decided to put that out there, what we wanted, we received it, and now we're here in Hawaii. And so we don't know how long we're going to be in Hawaii. We don't know if this is the place where we're going to end up, but what we do know is this is where we are right now. So make the best of it. So him and I, we decided to come to the park. We try to go to the park every day. And you know, and we also went to the beach, and we went to the beach the other night, and Rambo and I, we ended up skinny dipping in the beach. And so it was the black sand beach. Then if y'all follow me on Instagram, we went to the black sand beach, and it was dark, and so Rambo and I, we both took all our clothes off and we jumped into the water. And what I did, I made myself a sacrifice to the land, because you know, Hawaii is very sacred. It's a very sacred place, and if you haven't been, and if you have been, you know what I'm talking about. It just has this feeling, this aura about it. And so a lot of people come here trying to take away from the land, or just come here for vacation, but don't honor the land. And that's the one thing Rambo and I did not do. We didn't come here honoring the land. And you know, we speak about nature and come back to nature, but we didn't even respect the own nature here in Hawaii. So that night, the source within me told me to immerse myself into the water, give a sacrifice. And what I had was a tiger, was it tiger stone, or it was a stone, a crystal that someone had given me. And I gave myself as a sacrifice, and I also gave this stone, because someone said give a personal item, but I also put myself into the water. And yeah, tiger's eye, thank you. I don't really know too much about crystals, but someone had given me as a gift, you know, and I wanted to give that as a gift to the water. And I just said affirmations, and I gave appreciations and positive affirmations and gratitude, and putting intentions out, and just really becoming one with the water, with the ocean, with the land, and just thanking the land and for the experience that Rambo and I have experienced thus far. And I promise you, since doing that, I just really started to feel like we belong here, you know, that we've become one with the land, and that everything is going to be okay. And I'm very into symbolism. So after we did that, or after I did that, and I'm gonna post pictures too, y'all. So you gotta follow me on Instagram and Facebook, because I'm gonna post pictures of me being in the water. After we did that, what the land sent as a symbolism was a little dog. A little dog came to us. And you know what a dog represents? Man's best friend. So it was like the land was letting us know that we've become friends. You know, I truly believe in symbols, you know, and so everything is working out accordingly. Everything is always working out for us. And like I said, Rambo and I are being of service. You know, and that's the reason why him and I continue to want to be of service. What can we do? What can we do? Because it's one thing just asking for money and donations, but okay, you can't. But that is just taking. But what can we do to give? And those are the things that Rambo and I have been cultivating. And we wanted to talk to you guys about what we're doing now, and we're going to also post a video. But it's about Patreon. I don't know if any of you have heard of Patreon, but Rambo and I have signed up, and it's like a community for the creative types that, you know, artists, you know, whatever it is that you want, that you're creating and what you're into, you creating a community of people to support you in that and also be a service. So do you want to talk a little bit
Yeah,
about that?
so you know, we were looking for a way to interact with people and to not just have people donate, but have people be able to receive something from us as well. And we thought like about all the services, you know, everything that we could do to offer people, and you know, so we were able to cultivate um, and come out with Patreon. And I had heard about Patreon, and actually, you know, I was a patron. I used to donate to a podcast back in the day that I really liked because they were always giving me good information, and they always had new people on the show, and they always talked about like that's what they use Patreon to keep that thing going. And I was like, I don't want to see this go. Like, this is a dope thing, and it's like a part of my days listening to the podcast. So naturally, I was willing to, you know, support that cause. You know, so now thinking of being in this situation, I thought, well, we can use the same system. You know, the same tool to do the same thing. You know, so we created a Patreon page. It's called Zen Life. So if you go to patreon.com/ZenLife, you can tune into what we got going on there. Basically, we created different tiers, and basically people donate on a month-to-month basis, and in exchange we offer different things. What we're offering is astrology classes, numerology readings and classes. We're also intuitive counseling, dietary counseling and coaching. We're also offering graphic design. I'm offering my graphic design work, and a lot of other things that we have learned and have accumulated knowledge in over time that we want to share with people, you know, because everything you do is an exchange, you know, and everything is an exchange of energy. Just how you go and support any company, you're exchanging energy with them.
Yes.
And the way anything in the universe works is the more energy you give it, the more you get back out of it.
Exactly.
So that's the same system that we set up, a tier system. So the more you give us, the more we give you back. So, you know, if you're giving us a certain amount, we will give you a design, classes, monthly classes, and then everything, you know, just depending on how much you're able or allotted to, you know, offer us or support us with at this any given time, you know.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that's what we came up with, and that's one of the things we wanted to share with you guys. We actually made a video about it that we'll be releasing soon.
Yeah.
It's about a minute clip that her and us made not real quick. It took us.
Oh, the Patreon name is, you said Zen Life?
Yeah, it's Patreon, patreon.com/ZenLife.
Gail, Karen, you said you're waiting on a reading. Did you ever reach out to me for a reading? Because I pretty much got to everyone that has.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, but we're also going to post a video. We created a video. I was paying for someone who didn't do anything, so okay. No, we're most definitely going to make sure. Now it's going to be at certain tiers. You know, the more you give, the more you're going to get, because we realize that part of this social media, we got all types of people coming at us that don't necessarily want to support us or is about what we're about. So we want to create a community for those people that have really been supporting us and donating consistently. So now we want to streamline that for those people and really give them something back. And what Rambo and I know, what we've learned and experienced ourselves, is valuable. Not a lot of people could do what we could do on our own, but we know sometimes people just need support. You just need that support in that community and that family, and that's what Rambo and that's what I'm laughing, because the baby does this all of a sudden. Before, he never said nothing, but every time we talk, he feels like he should be talking too. So Rambo and I, this is what Rambo and I are about. We are about the divine masculine and feminine coming to get together to bring balance and to create the true essence of family. You know, and what we've learned by being in carbonation was about family, about unity. Now we're going to create a family and a unity that is truly about what we are about. You see what I'm saying? And that's the one thing I said that I did learn, was of creating a community of frequency. And so we don't want to, you know, stop that now that we're not a part of that. But now we're going to create something that resonates with who we are now, because Rambo and I, we have evolved, we have grown. Now we have a baby. when we first, was on our journey, in Central America, it was just me, it was just him. Then him and I came together, and then we created a baby. We created a whole family. And so we don't want to take that for granted, and we want our family to have purpose. Us coming together was for a divine purpose, and everything that we do, we want to help people. That's our movement, to help, to create family. And our family is going to be of service to the world. Even our little baby, Zen, his life path number is a 9. So he's a natural humanitarian, and so that is what we're here to do. And it's been a challenge being in Hawaii, but I'm glad that we did come here, because we had some things that we needed to learn and let go of to truly, tap into who we really are and to get into our purpose of what we're here to do, so. You said what happened to Pure? Why don't you ask Pure what happened to him? Every time we do Q&A, I already know the type of questions that people are going to ask. I don't know what happened to him, but I hope he's okay. Shoot. I wish everybody that's there well. And because we're doing well. Okay, someone said, how does one go about getting some business graphics work from Rambo?
So you can hit me up on Instagram, Rambo_1_, or you could message Serenity through Facebook or through YouTube. Just any way, I guess. If you can find me on my email, though. Should I give my phone number out? No.
Everybody, all kind of people calling you.
It's one spelled out, Alpha Supreme.
Happy birthday, nigger. He said nigga. It's nigga.
They got you.
Yeah, you got me.
Oh man, they were trying hard to get you.
What can I say?
Okay. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Alpha Supreme. Yeah, so, or you could email me at naturesassistance@gmail.com, or actually designsbykaizen@gmail.com. I just made that email, designsbykaizen@gmail.com. Just find a way.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but the information is in the description box of how you can link up with us. Most definitely, if follow us on Instagram and Facebook, because that's where we are mostly. You said I've been trying to get you. Remember, I have no IG. We need work. I think I remember the business art group. Well, just send me an email through this YouTube. I think I get emails and stuff. My email address, I think, is in the description box. So just send me an email if you don't have IG. Oh, you said please run with baby.
What?
Yeah, I have no idea what these people are talking about. So yeah, and the baby, you see, he's been growing, and yes, he's teething. No, I have not started any foods, for him yet. I think I'm gonna probably start next month. Maybe incorporating, I don't really know. That's the thing. Rambo and I are like, but I do want to. I think the best food for him is my breast milk. But now that he's teething and he's starting to be more alert, like I want to start introducing maybe avocado or mashed banana or something like that. My mom has been telling me to do rice and cereal and milk, but Rambo is so against that, So I'm just like, so
Because what that midwife told us really made sense to me. She said that if he doesn't have teeth yet, his stomach hasn't developed the digestive enzymes to be able to digest solid food yet.
Yeah.
And that makes sense, because why would his body is only going to create teeth when his stomach has the ability to digest food that he needs to chew.
Yeah.
So that makes sense to me,
Yeah. And so, and also you got to remember that he was born, he was watching your videos. He was born, according to my calendar, he was born a month early. He's actually 19 weeks. He's going on 5 months next month. But I was reading to where, because he was born a month early, I have to treat him like he's 1 month earlier than what he actually is. So right now he is 4 months. So I gotta treat him like a 3 month though, so to speak. Even though he's alert, his motor skills is on point, when it comes to certain things, I still had to take that in consideration, and so that's why I'm waiting until next month to see what I should do. Was it due to lack of prenatals? No, I don't know. It's due to a lot of things. I was in an environment that was very stressful, and it was a lot. And then like my Babylon age is 37, and so then I also had other health issues that maybe got flared up when I was pregnant. But stress is a big thing. So I really don't know. I couldn't tell you, and I didn't go to the doctor. Yeah, you say he acts like a 6-month-old. I mean, yeah, he's very well advanced. But when we put food to his mouth, he act like he doesn't see it. So when he becomes aware, and then I feel like he'll let me know when he wants to do that. I'm not going to force him to do that, but he most definitely is getting plenty of breast milk. Rainbow makes sure that I eat, all the time. He's been taking care of me. And and the baby has been, you see the baby's growing, I've gained weight, it's just a very healthy situation that we're in now. But people always tell me, you gonna fit the baby, when it's time, when it's time for sure. So yeah. So what else is going on? Like, we've been meeting all different types of people, and like Rambo and I, we had opportunities to live in places. Like, people were literally wanting us to just live with them.
Gabriela Hernandez, she said, just hit me up. Like I said, I don't know if you have me on Instagram, or you can hit me up through the email. Just find a way to contact me, and we could talk about that, because that's still something that I'm into, and right now we're not in a position for me to kind of go into those kind of things of fasting, because I need energy right now, because we're doing a lot of things. But I still believe in a lot of the things that I used to teach, and I think it's very valuable still, a lot of stuff. So definitely, if you need guidance in that, I could definitely help you with that. So like I said, find a way to contact me. All right?
Yeah, we still use neem oil. And what was I talking about?
We've met a lot of people.
Oh yeah, we met a lot of people over here. And people, because we put out ads, on Craigslist about who we are, what we want, this is what we're needing, and people have reached out to us and actually wanted us to live with them. They was like, yeah, you can come live here for free, So it's not like Rambo and I didn't have the opportunity. And then some people say you can live here and you can, work it off, work your rent off or whatever. But the issue that we've come across, and that this is something really important, and this is something that we've learned over the couple of years, is that your environment is truly important to your livelihood, and the people that you have in your life affects your energy. So these people that were saying that we could come live with them and or do this were not on our frequency. Like, this one place, it was in the jungle. Well, yeah, not the jungle, but it was away from everything. It was kind of tropical. It was in the tropics, more so a more tropical area, I should say. And they said we could live with them. We was going to give us our own room. All Raymond had to do was just help him build up. When we get there, everybody that's smoking cigarettes, drinking, drunk, it's real dirty, real nasty. And we was just like, we can't stay here. And they got offended, and we were just like, look, you do what you want to do with your life.
Yeah.
And, we appreciate you extending yourself, but we have a baby.
And it wasn't like they smoked like a cigarette a day or every couple hours. They were smoking cigarettes nonstop while we were there, just blowing smoke everywhere. Yeah. And even then, I felt like, damn, like I shouldn't have my baby here.
I shouldn't be there.
Exactly. But just the thought of staying there over long term, I was like, it's not worth it. And it's not because we're bougie or we're picky or we're ungrateful. It's because we understand that a toxic environment is not good or healthy for us, and we don't want to place ourselves there. And we rather literally be out in nature, camped out with a tent, than be in a nasty environment around energy like that, because we know the importance of it and we're sensitive to the energy. So we're like, no, we have to get out of a couple situations that were like that, because people like just a lot of people say, well, you just deal with it, or just stay there for the time being. But for us, like we just can't because we feel it too much. We're too conscious and aware of the effects that has, and we see it, you know.
Yeah.
You can't ignore it.
And so then there was this other place to where it was beautiful. I wanted to stay there, but then Rambo was just like, absolutely not. It was a farm, and we were going to work you know, at this farm, you know, and beautiful house. They was building a new home and everything. But then the farmer was like he supports GMO foods. He thinks that GMO fruit is necessary, and we all know what GMO foods will do to you. We all know that GMO foods is not right. So Rambo, he couldn't stay there because of ethical reasons. You know, that how can we, and then he wanted to build like a dairy farm and have all these cows and things like that. So yeah, we would have been able to have a place to live, and it would have been nice, but we would have went against our own ethics and what we believe in, because we do believe that, you know, eating organic, fresh foods is the best way, you know, and to support someone that thinks GMO foods is good, that says everything about, you know, it's compromising just so we, you know, we didn't want to do that. I mean, we could have easily done that. Y'all wouldn't have known, but we would know.
Yeah, it's a internal moral compass, you know. It's not about people knowing. It's not about, you know, people finding out. It's about you, and like you have to have that thing within you that won't allow you to compromise what it is that you believe in, you know.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. It's been
Yeah.
about for me. Every situation we've been in, although a lot of the times we could have stayed and made it work and just compromised some of our beliefs, we chose not to, because first of all, for one, like we had the money to endure being in Airbnbs and manage our way out of that.
It just makes us work harder.
Yeah, and it did. And a lot of those situations pushed us to where now we're getting our shit together, you know. And, you know, I've been really linking up with a lot of people about design. She's been helping a lot of people with astrology. And it's like, if we would have settled for the first place, we might have not pushed ourselves enough to put ourselves out there to manifest the things that we are manifesting.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and then we're also meeting great people. We're meeting people that is on our frequency. And every time Rambo and I gave up, Rambo and I had got to the point where we have given up. We was like, you know what? Maybe Hawaii doesn't want us here. Maybe the big island is like, y'all need to go. And Rambo and I was just like, yeah, maybe Mexico would be better. Maybe we should just go to Mexico. But then something happens, the universe opens up, and then we end up finding an amazing place to stay. Or we end up meeting awesome people, or we end up getting a whole bunch of customers coming at us, you know, and it just works. And we was just like, okay, maybe we can stay longer. And so we know that this is just a test, and this is just for our own growth. And, you know, and if you want to live a certain life, if you want to live a life that you love and you're proud of, you're going to have to go through things. It's not going to be easy. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we can just easily go get a job, but then if we get a job, he's going to separate from me. I can't get a job because I have a baby. I'm not putting the baby in the daycare, and then we're going to have to give up more of our time to someone else. So if you just take the time and work really hard and focus, you can really sustain yourself on who you are and what you're into, and not have to not jeopardize, but compromise yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that don't have a job, but I'm just saying that if you know you're that person that wants more out of life and want to do what you want to do, you know, sometimes this might be a route to go. Because at one point in my life, I had a job. I worked for 20 years, you know, so I know what it is to work, you know what I'm saying? But now I was like, you know what, we only got this one life on this earth plane. I don't want to just throw it all away, so let me live my life, you know, because one day you no longer have breath for your life, and you don't know what's going to happen when that time comes, but you do know what you could have done at this very moment, and you're never too old to start your life now. Not start your life over, but start your life. You're never too old. You're never too young. I mean, you're not even too young. You know, if you're under the age of 18, just follow the law, but you can start, you know, creating something for yourself in your parents' home, and then once you hit 18 and you free, then do what you got to do. And then you're never too old to start your life and to start your passion. And if you want to leave the states, move to the tropics. If you truly believe in what we believe in and why we want to live in the tropics, you know what I'm saying? Like, do what it is that you want to do now. Don't wait till later. Don't use the excuse. You say okay. Somebody said I'm 7 months pregnant and working within my own business. Yes, girl, that is good. Because now you'll be able to take care of yourself and your baby and not disconnect. You can still stay. It's all about being creative. And I think what has happened, because we got so stuck in the industrial age, we lost our creativity in working for ourselves and creating for ourselves. And yeah, it's going to be a little struggle. And yeah, you're not going to have that American dream and get to take the vacations that you want. But maybe you should live in an environment where you're always on vacation.
Or that person has said that they also have land and grow their food in Babylon. But Babylon's a mindset. We already uncovered that and realized that Babylon is everywhere, even in Mexico. Actually, I think there was more Babylon in Mexico than there was in a lot of parts of the States. Like, Mexico is basically the States. Like, if you see some parts of Mexico, you'll be like, damn, is this Atlanta, Georgia, or LA, or New York? Like, like it's pretty much the same, you know? So you can go everywhere. It's basically infiltrated the earth, but really it's the mindset, you know? So wherever you are, wherever mindset you are, that's what's most important. You know, and if you do choose to stay in the northern hemisphere, we'll make it work. You know, grow things that grow in the northern hemisphere. You know, eat local from your environment. Still be conscious, no matter what you do and what box you're gonna put yourself in. At least still be conscious of it. You know, I would say don't put yourself in any box at all, but stay open to the possibilities of the universe. But what it comes down to in any situation is to be aware and apply that mindset to anything that you do in life. So if you want to start a business, cool, start a business, but be conscious about it. Don't just start any business. If you really care, apply the same mindset and principles into the business that you do. You know, if you talk to people, talk to them with the mindset that you have about yourself and that you want to put out into the universe. So if you want to put positivity out, conversate with people positively, you know? So it's about the energy that you hold and the mindset that you put out into the world, more so than the location that you choose to be at, you know?
And Carrie J said, I don't have land, but I grow herbs in my kitchen. And that is really important, because them herbs you grow in your kitchen is more useful and better for your body than the agricultural food we buy in the grocery stores. Because like celery, like what else, the other vegetables and stuff, they have to be grown agriculturally. But the best foods that grow natural, like in the wild, I don't want to say I guess you could say wild, but in the wild, those are the best foods for us. So if you know how to grow your own herbs, they'll grow naturally on their own, and that's the best food for you. That has the most nutrition and the life force energy in it than a lot of foods that we get at the grocery store just because it says organic. You know what I mean? So do your best.
Everybody should have an herb garden.
Everyone should have an herb garden.
Even if you got an apartment, you could put, like, if you have a terrace or something, at least grow some herbs, because you could throw that in your spices and your salads. Like some of the best soups and salads that we made were using herbs that we got from like the garden, like our friends' farm or something like that, you know. But that's always good to have fresh herbs on hand. And sprout, exactly. I was gonna say that sprout your nuts and seeds, and you could always do something, you know. Even if you're in an apartment in the middle of the city, there's something that you could do to move towards a goal of living off the land and having a garden and farming and all that, you know. There's always something that you could do right where you're at. You don't have to necessarily drop everything you have immediately and run somewhere, because like we already talked about, most people that do that are just running away from themselves. Most people that just drop everything they have and run somewhere is because they're not wanting to face something. So I would encourage people to take more time and be conscious, and don't operate from the fear mentality that everything's gonna crumble, because the system already failed. You know, we're only gonna really realize that and get to see that as time goes on, and that's gonna be a gradual thing. But the system already failed; it already collapsed. You know, and so don't operate with that fear that you gotta leave tomorrow, because that's gonna make you do things that that aren't going to be well thought out, and then you're going to find yourself in a situation where you got to go back to the place that you ran away from to deal with the shit that you didn't want to deal with.
Yeah.
So just deal with it in the first place, get your shit in order, get your shit straight, and then make moves, make preparations to do it the right way, so it'll be sustainable long term.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. And somebody asked you, Rambo, do you speak Spanish?
Claro que sí.
So does that mean yes?
Yes.
Because like, see.
Sí, I said claro que sí. I said of course, yes. Zen's gonna speak Spanish too.
Yeah, we all gonna speak Spanish, because y'all not gonna not have me in the Spanish speaking club, so y'all gotta teach me Spanish too. Yeah, and so since we're talking about food, Rambo and I are going to be giving consultations like for diet and things to that nature, because we used to be on the B6 diet, and we learned a lot about that. But since coming to Hawaii, we learned so much more. Our awareness, our our mind has been open to what food is and why people struggle with what they eat. And I'm not going to really go too much into, because I'm going to do another video about this, but there's a reason why you see how healthy I look, and you see how healthy the baby look in such a short amount of time, because of what I've learned about food. Like within 10 days, I gained 10 pounds, and so I want to give back, because so many people have come to us asking about the diet, trying to be vegan, try to be this and try to be that. But the thing that I've learned, it's about what your body needs. We're all individuals. It's not just this one set way of eating. And at a certain point in your life, you might need certain things that you need to have in your diet. Now, as you get to a certain level, then you can start eliminating or adding things, but you need to know who you are and what you need. It's not about what the whole world needs. It's about you as an individual. So the way we're going to do our consultations for the diet is going to be an individual basis, and it's not going to be just to be vegan. You might, or a person that might need to have meat in your diet for a certain amount of time, or veganism, or raw veganism, or whatever. We don't know until we sit down and talk with you.
And everything serves a purpose. You got to understand. There's a reason why things exist, and everything serves a purpose. You can't just shun out everything, and at the same time, if you do add something in, you shouldn't indulge in it and eat it all the time. Like, for people, sometimes there's no in between, but there should be still boundaries and restrictions, and you still should be conscious about those things when you eat them. But you shouldn't shun it out completely or indulge in it all the way just because you do choose to eat that, Say you choose to incorporate some wild caught salmon. Don't mean you got to eat it every day. Don't mean you got to eat it 3 meals a day. You could have it once a week. You could have it once a month. But just opening your mind up to out of that box, coming out of that box, and knowing that reality is bigger than the box that you put it into. And as long as you tune into the conditionings of those cults like veganism, even the paleo diet, low fat, high fat, low carb, high carb, whatever, those are all boxes that you choose to put yourself in. You got to tune into your own body and what it needs, and you either you're going to be in tune with your own nature, or you're going to be in tune with the masses and pop culture. And that's what those diets are. They're popular culture. They're Babylon. They're the system. Tune into your own nature. That's when the true power comes in. And I just made a video about this. Actually, it's on my YouTube. If you guys want to check it out, it's Master Teacher Neuro, Neuro on YouTube. And I just made a video about somebody who was a popular figure in the vegan community, and she was telling people to eat a certain way, eat vegan, eat raw vegan. And basically, she got caught up eating fish, and she had to come out and explain to people what was going on. But I made a response video out of that to just enlighten people into a different way of thinking, into the new consciousness that is coming to this reality that's tapping us in into You want to say something? You want to say something, Zen? Go tell him. Give him a download.
Goodness gracious.
Okay, now you want. It's like only when I talk.
He only does with his daddy. But somebody said Michelle Obama, I think, said she wanted to donate. We do have CashApp and we do have PayPal. That's all in the link the description box. But our Cash App is $ KAIZEN 888. But all of that is in the description box. And somebody else had said something. Um, yeah. Well, oh yeah. What's super chat? People keep talking about super chat.
That's like they could donate through the YouTube chat, but we haven't set that up yet because we need to do some stuff like on the YouTube to change the settings and stuff. I haven't done it yet.
Oh, okay. What do y'all think? What do y'all think about unschooling your children? Unschooling?
Yeah, like homeschooling basically.
Oh.
Like teaching them yourself, not taking.
Oh yeah, I've always been
Advocate.
an advocate for homeschooling. Like now that I'm a parent, I don't want my child out of my sight. Like he needs to be with me at all times, because I just don't trust nobody. It's my baby and I don't want to hold nobody responsible for him, and so for me, yes, I want to do homeschooling and teach him. We gotta teach him what they teach in schools, but also teach him, beyond that as well. But yeah, I most definitely have always been about homeschooling, and that hands-on teaching. I think I'm responsible for his education, and it's something that Rambo has said about Babylon. This is the thing about Babylon that we've learned through Babylon, is that Babylon is a program. So what we've learned about Babylon is about being in different programs and boxes, and in order to identify ourselves with. And so that's the reason why metaphysically speaking, we stepped out of Babylon, that mindset, and come back into nature to be who we truly are. And that's what nature and living in tropics represents also, metaphysically speaking, is that now you get to be who you are supposed to be. Because a lot of times in Babylon, you get caught up in the system. And Babylon is a system. Nature is a system. Just like online is a system. You have the different worlds, and you got to know how to master them. So even if you're in Babylon, learn how to master the system of Babylon, just like the system in nature. Like the best thing you can do, come back to the tropics and living in nature, is being self-sustainable, but also having your own way of living. Because it's not going to do any good if you come to nature and you still do the same thing you was doing in Babylon. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean?
And another reason, I want to homeschool them is because I don't want them to be programmed with not only false information, but useless information that the school system is going to try to put in them. So, all those things that we were taught that you never used a day in your life and don't really have any relevance to you in real life. That's the things that we don't want to put in his subconscious.
Yeah.
We want to program him with things that are useful, things that will help him out in life. How to marry me.
This is my husband. Blessed by him. I'm wondering that's a woman.
I don't know, but okay. Anyways, look. We want to program him with things that matter, with learning how to grow his own food, learning about, the environment, how to live in tune with the environment, learning about himself, his body, and who he is, and what's his purpose here. I want to give him the good information, the good stuff, because my whole life's purpose and mission has been to learn information, learn the occult knowledge, learn the things that we're not being taught and that we're actually being steered away from and being distracted from. Mm-hmm. So now that we've come into that knowledge, that we learned the knowledge, that we applied it to our life, now we have a seed that we can plant all this information into, and that we could cultivate and nurture and nurse with this information, so he could blossom and be 10 times better than we could be in this lifetime. Because he is all us. Can you?
Oh, okay. I didn't know if that was yeah.
Yeah. So.
You saw that. So we just. Everyone should just take a moment and breathe. Like let's all do that. He's gonna do his own things. They're gonna do his But let's just all take a moment and just sit for a second and then breathe in the life force in your body. That's life. That is God. That is what truth is. It's that breath that comes into your body. It's that consciousness. Because without that, you cannot be here. Without that, you cannot comprehend. You know, that's why we like to be outside, to really be connected to the earth. Be connected to all that we are, the four elements. Because when you're in those boxes that we call homes, they keep you stagnant, they block you, they're insulators. But if you come outside and just be one with all that you are, you can really feel the power within yourself and the universe and all that it wants to give you. So just take a moment to breathe and just be thankful for that breath. Because that's your true wealth. It's your breath. Not money, not possessions, it's that breath. Because without it, you could not be. I am thankful. I am love. I am light. I am infinite possibilities of the oneness of our universe.
Even the baby felt
I
that.
know.
He started quieting down and relaxing.
Yeah, because he felt our energy. Yeah.
Look at him pondering like a philosopher. He's like,
Well, this has been really good. You know, we just wanted to come and let you guys know what was going on. You know, we thank everyone for continue to support us in our journey, for the love and light you've been giving out, and the energy and donations that you've been sending. We appreciate it all. And like we said in the video, you know, I'm still doing my astrology classes. Rambo is here for graphic designs, video editing, logos. And then also we're going to be posting the video about the Patreon, so you could be a part of the community. But whatever it is that you are needing, that you can see that we can be of service, please reach out to us, you know, and continue to support us in our journey. You know, it's by sending a donation on our CashApp and also our PayPal. But like I said, we're going to be creating services to where we would love for you to give back in that way. But we appreciate all the love and support that you want to send our ways, even if it's like criticism. Thank you, because everything is to make us be stronger and grow into who we truly are. So we take in everything. We have no resistance into what our reality is here to give us, to be who we truly are, because that's what it's all about: tapping into your destiny, fulfilling your life purpose, and being God in the expression of God that you are. And so that's what Rambo and I are here. We want to bring out the expression in God in you, you know, and I think that's beautiful, you know. And so thank you for supporting and following our family through this amazing adventure and journey that we call life, you know, because that's really what it's all about.
Yeah. And stay tuned for Zen, because as you can see, he's going to be a great philosopher and teacher, and he's going to be an inspiration. I already know it, because just the way he be doing things, like look, he always be pondering, like he has the deepest look on his face. I already know he's going to be a deep thinker. But yeah, we appreciate everybody following on our journey and supporting us and allowing us to teach, because when people listen, like, we learn too, you know. We, through teaching, we are learning as well, you know. Yeah. So the student becomes a teacher and the teacher becomes a student, and it's a mutual exchange relationship, and we're just grateful for all of it. And it's a beautiful day. Like, we can't even, you know, deny it. Like, look at this beautiful landscape that's behind us, and we're so blessed. You know, we have a beautiful sun, and we have beautiful people in our reality that reflect back to us the light that we put out into the world. And for that, we give thanks. Okay.
And we love you.
Mm-hmm.